It's Frisco League Baseball with the Plato Eagles visiting the Dixon Bulldogs here on 102.3 on your FM dial. This game brought to you by the Bank of Crocker, Memorial Chapels, Ed Morris Ford, Security Banks of Pulaski County, Big Johnson Power Wash, Plato School District, Lynch's General Stores, Seeger Toyota, Phelps Health, Air Serve Heating and Air, the Bank of Iberia, Lowe's Chevrolet, Shelter Insurance Agents, Dave Holland in Richland, and Sean Gregory in Crocker, and the Marys County Bank. Let's play ball in Dixon with the Plato Eagles in town. Turn on the heat. Call AirServe Heating and Air in West Waynesville and get your existing system checked and serviced. If it's time to step up and get a new system, the Luxair high-performance heating and air equipment is top of the line. Luxair sets the standard year in and year out with new features and innovations in the industry and has since 1954. Your Luxair system is just a phone call away at AirServe Heating and Air at 433-3613 or stop by the office on Historic Route 66 in West Waynesville and ask about the Luxair Advantage. New Year's savings all the way through February at St. Robert Auto Supply, your Napa parts store. Get $20 to $25 rebates on the purchase of Legend and Legend Premium AGM and AAA branded automotive batteries. Since it's the coldest time of the year, several Napa brand battery chargers are on sale too, as well as booster cables. Save 50% on Napa night vision headlights. All the oil and antifreeze you'll ever need, you'll find at St. Robert Auto Supply. And pick up a gallon jug of Peak Window De-Icer Windshield Wash in anti-frost purple for $49. This and more at your Napa parts store, St. Robert Auto Supply, where you get the good stuff 7 days a week.
And a very good afternoon to you and yours here at Dixon High School, or just off of the Dixon High School campus, I should say, here at the old baseball field for tonight's Frisco League matchup. It will see the home team, the Dixon Bulldogs, taking on the visitors in the Plato Eagles. Looks like we may actually get going here in just a little bit, so may not actually have too much time to talk here, as I think we're actually just going to go ahead and move right on into the national anthem. So we'll have a lot of time to talk about records and whatnot. But let's go ahead and take ourselves another quick break. I'll introduce myself then. You're listening to Frisco League Baseball right here on Z102.3.
Mountain Dew Zero Sugar asks, ever wonder what it would be like to live in an alternate universe? One where everything seems to work just the opposite of the way you'd expect? Well, friends, welcome to the alternate universe of Mountain Dew Zero Sugar. The taste is nothing less than outrageously delicious. And Mountain Dew Zero Sugar comes in awesomely exhilarating flavors, like Original Dew Zero Sugar, Mountain Dew Spark Zero Sugar, and Mountain Dew Major Melon Zero Sugar. Try the incredible flavors of Mountain Dew Zero Sugar. Zero Sugar, all dew.
When the chaos is over and the dust settles, it's a relief to see that big old tree you've always loved, still there, unharmed and confident. Confidence that brings about trust and comfort from a full-service bank right here in your own community. Your one stop for savings, checking, home equity and auto loans, and CDs and money markets. That's your protection from the storm.
The Bank of Iberia in 2 locations, Iberia and Waynesville. Come on in to the Bank of Iberia.
Ever think about living to be 100 years old? Well, maybe you will. Hello, this is Martin Vernon, owner of Memorial Chapels and Crematory. Making plans and being prepared for events in our lives is the right thing to do. At Memorial Chapels, we offer many choices in funeral planning, and we're always available to discuss options regarding how best to fund those choices. Because when it comes to important events in life, you really need to get prepared.
Mailbox It in St. Robert is now your complete shipping headquarters. Mailbox It is a UPS authorized shipping agent. They can ship your package UPS, accept UPS drop-offs, and can accept UPS returns with a shipping label. Add FedEx and the United States Postal Service, and why go anywhere else? Mailbox It is the go-to resource for packing, shipping, printing, and business service needs. Mailbox It is a copy, print, and document service center. They can even print your photos and canvases. Mailbox It, 213 Suite 3, St. Robert Boulevard.
And once more, a very good afternoon to you and yours once more here at Dixon High School, where we are just about to get started here. Again, a very quick start. This game's scheduled at 5 p.m. It's going to be more like a 4:50 start here in this one. But again, it's a Frisco League matchup. The home team, the Dixon Bulldogs, they will be taking on the visitors today in the Plato Eagles. Again, Connor Harbert here with you today. Z102.3. Dixon having themselves a very nice season thus far. And, of course, Dixon has been the team we have seen the most in our Frisco League coverage here this season. 14-3 on the season. Winners on Friday. That was actually a game we had for you on Z102.3, a big 17-1 victory over Richland. In fact, the last time the Dixon did not get into double-digit runs, that was all the way back on April 14th in a tournament game against Herman. That was also their last loss, 4-2. As part of that Win baseball tournament. So we'll see if Dixon can get themselves another win. Would be their 6th win in a row. Meanwhile, Plato today, they are coming in with a record of 6-11. They were losers last time out. They're actually riding a 2-game losing streak here at the moment. Lost to Salem 4-3 and then 9-2 to Crocker. Before that, though, a 11-0 win against Dora. So quickly getting your starting lineups here. First for Plato. They are, of course, going to be your visitors. They'll be heading up to the plate first here in this one. Batting leadoff, that'll be your catcher, Blake Holloway. And batting second, how about your shortstop in Ryan Steinbrink? Batting third, the pitcher, Graham Todd. Batting fourth, batting cleanup will be your first baseman. That's Carson Garrett. Batting fifth, the center fielder, Andrew Woodruff. Batting sixth, the second baseman, Tanner Atterbury. Batting seventh, your third baseman, Quentin Dilley. Batting eighth, the designated hitter, Michael Baker. And then batting ninth, that will be your right fielder, in Cole Waters. There will be another player out in left field. He will be the player that is hit for this evening. That is going to be Wyatt Groves in left field for the Eagles. Now your starting lineup here for Dixon. They're going to look a little bit something like this today. Batting leadoff, that's going to be the second baseman, Case Sinden. He was on the mound last time we saw this Bulldogs team, but he'll actually swap places with the man on the mound today. Batting second, that's going to be your pitcher, Konosuke Shiroma. Again, third time we've seen Shiroma in a different position in the 3 games we've done. He started out behind the plate, now to second base, and now on the mound here today. Batting third, shortstop, Drake Young. Batting cleanup, the first baseman, Luke Roach. Batting fifth, that'll be your catcher in Chase Houston. Batting sixth, the right fielder, Joel Nivens. Batting seventh, the third baseman, Drew Young. Batting eighth, the center fielder, Evan Norton. And then batting ninth, that's your left fielder in Garrett Johnson. So Blake Holloway will step up to the plate. We'll get going here in this one. Getting started well early here in this one. 8 minutes before the top of the hour, but you won't catch me complaining as Shiroma comes set. Coming straight out the stretch here for the first pitch of the game. It's a fastball up high. That's going to be ball 1. 3:05 down the lines here in Dixon. 3:45 to left and right center. At least I do believe left center. So the next pitch is delivered low for ball 2. To deep center, 360. About the same dimensions as we saw on Friday. So a 2-0 count here to Holloway. Again, batting leadoff. He'll be behind the plate in the bottom half of the inning. Shiroma comes set, delivers the next pitch. That one looks good, called as such, and we'll go 2-1. Of course, picture-perfect day for baseball. Just shy of 70 degrees. Not a whole lot of clouds in the sky. A little wind here and there, but not overbearing. 2-1 now. That one also skips the dirt. We go 3-1. One of 2 games I'll have for you this week. Coming up tomorrow, we return to Waynesville once more. One time we'll see the Tigers this week. Next pitch delivered. The 3-1, also too low. That's ball 4. And Holloway will draw the walk. Here to start off this ballgame. By the way, these 2 teams have already met once before. It was way back in the beginning of the season. It's part of the Stowin Spring Classic that was eventually canceled due to weather that was moving through at the time. Pitchers duel, 1-0. Dixon coming out on top in that game. It's a pickoff throw from the right-hander Shiroma. Holloway able to get back in time. So we now return to the plate. Ryan Steinbrink. Steinbrink, right-handed batter. Going to square up to bunt now. See if that holds. Looking for it. Pitch high. Taking off his Holloway. Here's the throw down. Not going to be in time. If your leadoff batter, he'll take himself a stolen base. The Eagles, who again did not score a run in the first meeting between these 2 teams. They already have a man in scoring position. Nobody out. Top of the first. Big thank you to all of our sponsors. Of course, we'll list him at some point in this game. So once again, Steinbrink squares up to bunt, but bunts it foul down the first base line. Put a strike on the board. It'll be 1-1. So again, man on second. Steinbrink not squaring up this time through. Next pitch. Here's a swing. Again, a foul ball sent down the line. And we go 1-2. So getting a look here at Schiroma on the mound. The last times we've seen him, again, I mentioned a right-handed thrower. He's actually been batting from the left-hand side of the plate. But it is a righty versus righty matchup here. A look back to Holloway over at second. Makes it a double look. And delivers. Too high. 2-2. Good sized crowd on hand. How about the 2-2 now? That one swung on, miss. Strike 3. So Schiroma will get himself his first strikeout of the day. Strikeout swinging, sits Steinbrink down. Leaves that runner over on second here with one away for the pitcher Graham Todd. Todd, who I definitely did not write down in my scorebook as Todd Graham. Very confusing, especially with the lineup I was given by Plato before the game. Last name first. Watching one go by, skipping in front of the plate, ball 1. It'll be your pitcher here. So this is your pitcher v. pitcher duel. We actually get time called here. Our field umpire can take some time to dust off second base. A full dirt infield here in Dixon. Do have natural grass in the outfield though. Turn back to the at-bat at hand. Next pitch on the way. Did it catch the inside half? No, it did not. Too far inside. Count goes 2-0. So Schiroma falling behind in the count here. See if he battles back now. Still pitching from that stretch. Alana looks back to second. Now time going to be called at the plate. As Todd steps out. After Todd, again, would be the cleanup hitter. That'll be Carson Garrett. First base, cleanup hitter. Both teams employing their first baseman as the cleanup hitter today. Back to it now. Next pitch. Swung on, missed. Kind of jammed him a bit there. Pick up the strike. Schiroma retaking his place on the mound. Coming through. Next pitch. Again, too low. Schiroma, for the most part here in this top of the first, it's either been too high or too low. Press box here in Dixon down the third base side, so don't have a best view of the left to right angle. But I can tell high-low, not too far from the action. So we have time called here. Schiroma stepping off the mound this time. Long at bat here for the pitcher Todd. Couple times here and there. But how about the next one? Nope, pickoff throw. Back towards second, but it's thrown out into the outfield. Holloway's going to take off for third. He will have himself a base on the error. So it's a throwing error here on Schiroma. And Plato's got a runner perhaps 90 feet away from scoring. Still one strike, and it looks like, believe, 2 balls. We'll certainly see here Schiroma firing another one in. Nope, that was ball 4. As Todd now draws the walk. So far, Shiroma's been all or nothing. 2 walks, 1 strikeout here in this inning. So now we have time called exchanging baseballs here. And before we get to the cleanup hitter here, going to be a small visit to the mound here. Luke Roach in from first, and Chase Houston from behind the plate. So we'll see if Dixon can keep the Eagles off the board here. Runners on first and third, 1 man out. Double play ball, certainly a possibility. A ground ball up the middle of the infield. But you're going to have Garrett squaring up to bunt here. See if he follows through on that. Nope. Going to look to square up to bunt. Pulls it back. Pitch low. Taking off for second is Todd. He'll be given the base. So no throw on down. Don't want to risk it with that runner over on third. And that does take away the double play ball. At least in the traditional sense. Next pitch. Also too low. 2-0. Roma might be hanging on to that baseball just a little bit too long with these pitches that are coming in low. It's all about release point. Pickoff throw over to third now. But again, Holloway getting back. So again, the count 2-0. Through the stretch. Next pitch, taken, called strike 1. Garrett not going to offer up on that one. Mashroma gets a strike back on it. 2 balls, 1 strike on deck. Center fielder Andrew Woodruff. Next pitch, here's a ground ball sent over toward third. That's going to get through the gap. That scores at least 1 run. Holloway's going to score. That's going to be Steinbrink rounding third. How about Todd rounding third? He will score. It's a 2 RBI double here for Carson Garrett. And the Eagles do take a 2-0 lead. So those walks, they end up haunting Dixon here in this first. As Carson Garrett picks up Plato's first hit of the day and makes it a good one. So yet another runner in scoring position now for the Eagles. Next up to the plate, center fielder Andrew Woodruff. See what the center fielder can do as he takes a first pitch strike. First left-handed batter here for this Plato lineup. Of course, Woodruff saw him a lot during basketball season. And as with a lot of these players, here's a swing and a miss. And it quickly goes 0-2. Same could be said for the next player in the Plato lineup, Tanner Atterbury. Next pitch, working quickly. There's another swing and a miss for strike 3. So Sharoma, who's had a little bit of control problems, not that time. 3 pitches, 3 strikes, including 2 swings and 2 misses. Dominating at bat. We'll see if that maybe gives him a little more confidence as Tanner Atterbury steps in, now with 2 outs and a runner still over on second. Sharoma's first pitch. Here's a fly ball sent out toward left. Underneath it, the left fielder Johnson. He's going to make the catch and end the inning. But a 2 RBI double for the cleanup hitter Carson Garrett gives Plato an early lead heading into the bottom of the first. The Eagles lead this one 2-0. 2 runs, 1 hit, 1 error, and 1 runner left over on base. Heading on into the bottom of the first now with our score Plato 2, Dixon 0. You're listening to Frisco League Baseball right here on Z102.3.
As the years go by, everything gets older, even the new seeds just planted. Getting older means getting wiser. And in the banking business, that means keeping up with the times. For 112 years, the Bank of Crocker has met the needs of the Fort Wood area and exceeded those needs with the most modern banking services available. With Android and Apple mobile banking apps. And at bankofcrocker.com, online banking is a click away no matter where you are. Personal hometown service, however, has not changed. That's one thing that's stayed the same as the Bank of Crocker turns 112. The Bank of Crocker, with 4 locations in Crocker, Richland, Waynesville, and St. Robert. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
Hey folks, Mike Freeman with Ed Morse Ford in St. Robert, where you'll always get more. With one of the largest pre-owned inventories in the area, you'll get more selection. With a friendly professional sales team, you'll get more customer service. And with incredible deals right now on every pre-owned in stock, you'll get more for your money. Come by Ed Morse Ford in St. Robert today or shop 24/7 at edmorsefordstrobert.com. And remember, you'll always get more when you shop at Ed Morse.
And once again, welcome back here to Dixon High School. On the mound, Graham Todd going through his warm-up tosses. He'll be the man tasked with maintaining this lead for the Plato Eagles. They score 2 in the top of the first, a 2 RBI single for Carson Garrett. But now we'll see what this Dixon offense can do. And, of course, as we mentioned, in kind of the short little shotgun pregame we had, they're capable of scoring runs. 10 straight days of double-digit runs. And, of course, that being 5 straight games. 5 straight games, 5 straight wins. This has been a Dixon offense that's rolling. So let's see what they've got here as Todd comes up to the mound. Going to be pitching from the windup. Working very quickly here. And the first pitch, well, that's going to hit Sinden. Case Sinden going to take his place on first. As both leadoff batters get aboard via the free pass. And now we see pitcher Konosuke Shiroma. So Shiroma again going to be batting from the left-hand side. See how he approaches this at-bat, trying to help his own cause. Todd now pitching from the stretch. First pitch, low and inside, ball 1. Baseball field here in Dixon, right next to the softball field. Not the case in Richland, as we saw on Friday. Here's a high fly ball sent out towards center field. Back on it, that's the center fielder at Woodruff, but he can't track it down. Both runners can advance one bag here. Glove didn't find baseball, so it'll be a fly ball single here for Shiroma. I'll honestly sit here and tell you that ball was most likely playable out there. Put a lot of sky under it. But Woodruff just maybe lost it in the sun or just couldn't track it down for some reason. Drops harmlessly to the grass and gives Shiroma a bag. Put Sinden over on second here for the shortstop and senior Drake Young. Elder Young to the plate. He's swinging away. He pops one up. Right side of the infield underneath the first baseman Garrett. He makes the catch, and that'll be out number 1. So Dixon putting bat to ball here, the last couple batters. Runner still on first and second. Now let's see what the cleanup hitter Luke Roach can do. See if he can match his contemporary on the other side of things. Going to take a first pitch strike. 0-1. Again, Sinden on second, Shiroma on first. Next pitch to Roach. Breaking ball. Again, he watches it go by, and that's going to be called strike 2. In a deep hole now is Roach. Going to have to protect that plate with 2 strikes. Here is that next pitch. Too high. About shoulder high. Roach lets it fly. 1-2. Plato playing straight away. Covering second. Next pitch. Check swing, but he did go around on it. I think the pitch would have been called a strike anyway. And Roach will strike out swinging. So Todd finds his first strikeout of the day. And with runners still on first and second here comes the catcher, Chase Houston. Houston will try to give the Bulldogs something here. Another left-handed batter. Todd, first pitch of the at-bat. Slow breaking ball, misses, 1-0. Straightaway stance for Houston. 1 foot in front of the other. Next pitch. Inside this time, 2-0. 2 umpire crew, as you'd expect. Don't see much difference, or don't see much different. Home plate umpire, field umpire. 2-0 now. Again, misses 3-0. And perhaps one errant pitch away from Houston from maybe walking the bases loaded. Could have ourselves a big at-bat in the early goings. Next pitch. Taking it all the way, and there you go, ball 4. So Houston draws the walk. First walk given up here by Todd. Second free pass with a hit by pitch earlier in the inning. And now coming up in a big spot here, here's the right fielder, Joel Nivens. Bases loaded, 2 outs. It's very early in this game. But this could be a big game-changing at-bat. First pitch, here's a swing and a miss, strike 1. Of course, 7-inning contest as per usual. 15 after 3, 10 after 5. And any score at their 7, unless you're tied in extra innings. Next pitch, taken, that's called strike 2. So 2 strikes here on Nivens. Todd through the windup, the pitch, outside, ball 1. Todd with the bases loaded does switch back to the windup. So all 3 Bulldog base runners taking rather large leads. Next pitch is a breaking ball that stays high, that's 2-2. Shroma over there at second, going about halfway down the line. Here is that 2-2. Breaking ball called strike 3. Todd finds himself his second strikeout of the inning. And that'll do it here for the Bulldogs in the bottom of the first. So the Bulldogs load the bases, but they find no runs. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 3 runners left on base. New inning, top of the second coming up here with Plato still out in front. The Eagles lead this one 2-0. You're listening to Frisco League Baseball, Z102.3.
Your husband is pretty handy to have around. He makes the world's best mac and cheese. He's in the Tickle Monster Hall of Fame. And he can teach anyone how to throw strikes. But a busted pipe in a basement full of water?
Honey, I think we need a plumber.
Is a little out of his league. That's where a homeowner's policy from Shelter Insurance comes in handy. We'll help get your house back in order and your husband back to what he does best.
For a free insurance review.
For auto, home, life, farm, or business insurance, see me, John Gregory, your Shelter Insurance agent in Crocker.
Or stop by and see me, Dave Howlett, your Shelter Insurance agent in Richland.
Wondering where to go for care at Phelps Health? For non-life-threatening conditions that require ongoing care and prevention, like annual checkups or colds, make an appointment with one of our primary care providers. When you need immediate attention for non-life-threatening health matters, like a cut that may require stitches, our immediate care clinics in Rolla and Waynesville are here to help. And if you're experiencing life-threatening medical issues, the Phelps Health Emergency Department is committed to caring for you when you need it most. Visit phelpshealth.org to learn more.
And once again, back here in Dixon, a full meeting here for the Bulldogs, but happening around second base as they trail this one. Plato, the game's only runs coming in the top of the first, a 2-run single. They'll send the bottom of the lineup here to the plate, 7, 8, and 9. It'll be Dilly, it'll be Baker, and it will be Waters. Connor Harbert here with you, Z102.3. Don't forget, tomorrow, another broadcast for you. We'll be moving up the classes a little bit. We'll be moving up to Class 5 and 6 baseball for you, as it will be the Waynesville Tigers at home back at Wayne Bandy Ballpark. They'll be taking on the Rolla Bulldogs. We'll get another Bulldogs on air, but that'll be Rolla coming to town. So again, that'll be a 4:30 start, a 4:15 pregame. And of course, we'll just kind of go when we're ready. We've had games start late, we've had games start early, but we'll just start like we always do at 4:45 and kind of work from there. So Quentin Dilly going to step in, third baseman. Now in just a moment, still have to do the throw him down. They'll do so. Good throw coming from behind the plate. And now Dilly will step in, left-handed batter. He represents the 7 slot. Konosuke Shiroma still on the mound, entering his second full inning of work. Gave up 2 walks, 2 strikeouts, but did give up that 1 hit. First pitch delivered, fastball at the knees, strike 1. One strike pitch, fastball in the dirt this time, 1-1. Now, Waynesville Raleigh game tomorrow, a little bit of intrigue. Waynesville trying to get back in the win column. rather lengthy losing skid, trying to change their fortunes a bit. Here's a swing and a miss. Dilly can't find the mark. 1-2. So Sharoma perhaps looking for strikeout number 3 early on. Both pitchers picking up 2 strikeouts in the first. Todd, a big strikeout with the bases loaded. Sharoma looking to open the inning with a strikeout. Not going to get it that time. Pitch misses well inside. Dilly having to duck out of the way of that one. It's 2-2. Even count, next pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So a third strikeout here for Sharoma. Third time he's got him swinging. And that brings us to the designated hitter, Michael Baker. Mikey batting from the right-hand side. First pitch. In there, called strike 1. Called to Mikey. Of course, can hear the chirps coming from the Plato dugout. I wear headphones, but I can hear all. Big Mike, Big Mikey. Many nicknames for a man named Michael. Next pitch, too high. Ball 1. How about the next offering? Here's a fastball down the pipe. And that will be called strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Sharoma working quickly. Next one. Also in there. That's strike 3 looking. So back-to-back strikeouts now for Sharoma. Breezing through this bottom of the lineup. Trying to change that now. Here's right fielder Cole Waters. Waters batting from the right-hand side. Squaring up to bunt. Misses. Actually, umpire says he did catch a piece of it, but regardless, finds the glove of Houston behind the plate. Strike 1. Waters again going to square up to bunt here. 0-1 now delivered from Sharoma. Bit of an odd situation there. Waters just kind of stepped out of the box. I don't think time was granted. Sharoma faked the throw. Ultimately, nothing happens, but here's the pitch. And it's 0-2. It would have been a balk if there was a runner on, but there's not. So, don't worry about it. No balls, 2 strikes. Next pitch. Here's a swing, ground ball, sent third base side, but goes foul. And we stay at 0-2. Despite Plato holding on to the lead here, haven't seen a whole lot in the way of contact for him. Again, got their runners on the walk and the walk. But then they did have that double, excuse me. Next pitch, breaking ball, outside, a little bit low, 1-2. Ground ball, the third base side that snuck through the gap between short and third. How about the next 2-strike pitch? Swing and a miss, strike 3. Sharoma will strike out the side and head on in to the bottom of the second. So nothing doing here for the Eagles in the top of the second. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base. They'll have the top of the lineup back to the plate in the third, but now it's time for Dixon. Try to pick up some runs of their own. They'll have the bottom of the lineup coming up when we come back. 7, 8, and 9 on the way. Back in 60 seconds. You're listening to Frisco League Baseball right here, Z102.3.
The trucks are coming in and coming in. Lowe Chevrolet in Waynesville has vehicles on the lot with your name on it. Stop by and check out the selection. Take your pick and drive off the lot today with a new or pre-owned vehicle of your choice. Lowe Chevrolet can help you with financing, service, and so much more. Serving the community you live in for over 30 years. Lowe Chevrolet, off I-44, exit 156 in Waynesville.
Hi, this is Brad Shelton at the Marys County Bank. Every day, the Marys County Bank touches every corner of your life and supports you as you turn your life's goals into accomplishments. Whether it's purchasing your first car, opening a small business, buying a home, planning a wedding, or preparing for retirement. From your first car to a new life after retirement, the Marys County Bank is there for all your life's milestones with our full line of products. Stop by one of our 10 locations and see how the Marys County Bank can support your dreams. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Time for the bottom of the second here in Dixon. 2-0 our score. Plato, and they lead the Bulldogs, but Bulldogs back to the plate here. They'll have the bottom of the lineup. 7, 8, and 9. Drew Young, first one up. Young swinging away on the first pitch. Fooled a bit by the breaking ball. Strike one. Connor Harbutt here with you. Z102.3. And first of 2 games this week. So the next pitch skips the plate. To the backstop it goes. 1-1. Waynesville tomorrow, and then we'll call it a week from there. So it'll be a rather early week for us. No Thursday game for you. Here's a swing. Ground ball sent out in the right field. That's a base hit. That's actually going to get by Waters. Took an odd hop off the grass. Now it goes all the way to the wall. That's going to be multiple bases here for Young. Could potentially try to go all the way through. Are they going to hold him up at third? Yes, they will. It'll end up being a single and an error. I don't know about giving an error there. I'm going to give him a triple because I'm an optimist. And I saw the hop it took out there and right. That ball just kind of hopped right over the glove of Waters out there. So, a triple for Young, bringing us now to the number 8 hitter in Evan Norton. I think I've mentioned multiple broadcasts. I tend to give the benefit of the doubt. I've been there before. Here's a swing, pop up, foul territory, maybe playable though. Nope, going to be caught by the net there. Hallway briefly giving chase, but it'll just be strike one. So 1-1 here to Norton. Number 8 hitter, center field. On deck, Garrett Johnson. Then we go back to the top of the lineup with Case Sinden. Next pitch, swing, ground ball sent over to the right side. This will score a run. They'll trade the out for the run. 4-3 is the put out, but Norton does pick up an RBI. Leads cut to 1 here at 2-1. So Norton gets the job done, brings in the batter from third. And with the base paths now empty and 1 away, Garrett Johnson going to get a crack at things. Left-handed batter swinging away, caught a piece of it, sent it to the backstop, strike one. Sinden on deck, Shiroma in the hole. If we go any farther than that, we'll see Drake Young. Next pitch. Slowed it down a bit, but the pitch is high. Ball one. So 1-1. Now a fly ball, third base side. Is it going to land fair? Can't see out there. It is foul. Or, nope, going to be caught out there, excuse me. That'll be out number 2. I will now say, I was not going to mention it until it became a factor. I cannot actually see very far down the third base line. Kind of have to lean forward a little bit there. But, as I always say in situations like that, I'll just use context clues. It's okay. Of course, my gracious host up here in the press box, he'll give me a little more room. Thank you. So, 2 away now. Base path still empty. Leadoff batter now. Case Sinden back to the plate. Sinden, our first repeat batter of the game here. Still looking for an official at-bat. Remember, he was hit by the first pitch of the inning. Here's a hard line drive, third base side, but hooks foul. We know Sinden can hit it hard. We've seen him do it. Of course, we know most of this top of the lineup can put some power behind things. Man on deck, Shiroma. Saw him hit a home run against Crocker. In Crocker. Of course, cleanup batter, Luke Roach. Normally, spot where you see some power. And of course, Sinden just now showing it off. Here's a weak dribbler now. But it drifts foul. And that's strike 2. Caught just enough of it to stay alive here. Todd looks to Todd looks to get out of the inning. It's just the 1 run across. 2-strike pitch, too high. Two balls, 2 strikes. Todd, full windup. Delivery, too low this time. Full count. Full count and 2 strikes. Nobody on, so nobody going. Here's the payoff. Strike 3 called, in at the knees. So Sinden will strike out looking. Todd will get out of the inning here with minimal damage. So here in this second for you, 1 run on the ground out, 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left on base. Let's go on into the top of the third now for you. Dixon does cut into the lead, but they still trail by 1 at 2-1. Eagles out in front, back in 60. You're listening to Frisco League Baseball, Z102.3.
Again?
Yeah.
I'm on my way.
What you put off maintaining today could cost you more later on. When it comes to your vehicle's tires, it's essential for your safety and the safety of others that your tire pressure, tread, and sidewalls are in good shape. Drive with peace of mind.
At Clark Tire Company of Camdenton, you can always count on the friendly staff who value their customers. For tire service and maintenance to keep your family safe, stop in Clark Tire of Camdenton.
Winter, spring, summer, and fall, all the seasons bring havoc to your home, sidewalks, and driveways. Bring life back into your projects with Big Johnson Power Washing. They do commercial and residential. Let the experts do the work for you. Call Big Johnson Power Washing. They're mobile, they can go anywhere, and they bring their own water. There is literally no job too big or too small. They're fully insured, and they pride themselves in making sure their customers are completely happy. So don't trust your home and things to just anyone to clean up. Call the pros, and they do give free estimates. Big Johnson Power Washing, 417-533-2010. That's 417-533-2010. Big Johnson Power Washing, proud supporter of the Plato Eagles. Go Eagles!
Moving on now, the top of the third here in Dixon. Connor Harvard here with you, Z102.3. Top of the Plato lineup coming back to the plate. Eagles lead this one over Dixon 2-1. 2 runs in the top of the first for the Eagles, 1 run in the bottom of the second for Dixon. Here's a swing and a miss to start the inning. Blake Hallway can't make contact. 0-1. Sharoma still on the mound here for Dixon. Good inning for him in the second. 3 straight strikeouts. Struck out the side. 1 looking, 2 swinging. So he gets a ground ball, foul, strike 2. How about 6? Looking for his 6th strikeout here in this one. Has a good count for it. We'll see if he can convert it. Here's the pitch. There it is, strike 3. Strikeout looking. 4 straight strikeouts here for Sharoma. Had a rough beginning, but now seems to be settling it down here. We'll see if Ryan Steinbrink can get Plato back into things. So Steinbrink, 0 for 1 in today's game. He was actually the first strikeout here for Sharoma. Next pitch, Steinbrink thought about it, held up in time, 1-0. Struck out, of course, back in the top of the first. Next pitch, fastball outside, 1-2-0. Graham Todd on deck. Carson Garrett in the hole. The inning continues on past that point. Here's the 2-0 now. Going back to the fastball. 2-0, 3-0. So we'll see if Steinbrink takes a pitch here with the 3-0 count. Sharoma working straight from the stretch. Next pitch. There you go. Fastball down the middle. Taken all the way by Steinbrink, and that's 3-1. Hitters count. We'll see if Steinbrink gets one he likes here. You'd afford to be picky, but you're still looking for the 1. Here's the pitch. Just missed the corner. Ball 4. So the strikeout streak comes to a close here with the free pass given up to Steinbrink. He'll take his place over on first now. And here comes Graham Todd. Todd was one of those walks in the first inning. Eventually came home, was able to advance all the way from second. Here's a pickoff throw. Tag applied, but Steinbrink back safely. Next pitch. Fastball inside. 1-0. First pitch of the at-bat. Next offering from Shiroma. That one's too high. And 2-0. Time called. Shiroma stepping off. Step back now. And bring in the 2-0. Here it comes. 2-0, 3-0. So after having that command there for a little bit, Shiroma taking a step back here. A walk given up. Now another 3-0 count. Second straight batter we've seen the 3-0 count. Walk here puts a runner in scoring position. The 3-0. Taken. Strike one. So both times Shiroma will get the strike back, but now what does he do on the 3-1? Looking over the left shoulder. Delivers the pitch. Taking off. Hop up. Off behind us. And we'll go full now. 3-2. Steinbrink will have to return back to first. Going for the hit and run on the 3-1 count. Here's the full count pitch, the payoff. Missed ball 4. I'd say just a bit too high. That one did not miss by much. But Todd does draw a second straight walk. It'll be first and second now. Still one out for Carson Garrett. So Garrett finds himself in another good opportunity here. Garrett, perhaps knowing that, big swing on the first pitch, made contact, but hits it foul. 0-1. Garrett, of course, 1 for 1 today. A double, 2 RBIs. 2 runners aboard once more. Next pitch. Here's a swing, ground ball, third base side, getting foul. 0-2. On deck now, Andrew Woodruff. Oh-2 pitch coming in. Swung on, ground ball, third base side. That one's going to be bobbled over there by Drew Young. Now going to try to apply the tag over there. I think they got him, and they did. So the runner over on third, that being Steinbrink, perhaps that one got all the way through the legs of Young. Drew Young over there, but actually it didn't go too far away. Able to scoop it up, pick it up, and force the tag. So that'll go down as a fielder's choice. So that will be out number 2. And instead of perhaps the bases loaded, it'll be still first and second now for Andrew Woodruff. See what Woodruff can do in his second appearance as he takes a called strike 1. Center fielder, 0 for 1 today. He struck out back in the first. Trying to increase this Eagles lead here in the third. Next pitch. Another good-looking pitch. That's strike 2. So again, Woodruff, the left-handed batter, settling back in. Straightaway stance. Here's the 0-2. Too low. Runners taking off. Throw down to third. Did they get him? No, the ball actually goes into left field. That's going to score the run. And that'll make it a 2-run lead here for the Eagles once more here at 3-1. So that'll go down as an error. Believe on the throw from Houston. As Todd makes his way in. Meanwhile, Garrett does advance over to second. Unable to go any further, so runner still in scoring position, but on second. Now in a 3-1 game. Again, 2 strikes here on Woodruff. Next pitch. Swung on, fouled it off. I believe the pitch on the steal was a ball, so 1-2. Looking to limit the damage now is Dixon. The 1-2. Too high. 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. They're in a 3-1 ball game. Woodruff taking his time in the box. Now gets back in. Next 2-strike pitch. Again stays high. 3-2. So a full count here. First base unoccupied. Walk simply makes it first and second. Tanner Atterbury standing on deck. Shroma coming set. The payoff pitch on its way. Too high, ball 4. And Woodruff will take his place over on first. Third walk given up by Shroma here in the inning. 6 strikeouts, 5 walks here in this game. With runners on first and second, still 2 away. Here comes Tanner Atterbury. Atterbury flew out to left in the first inning, and that ended the inning. Put a good stroke behind it, but not enough. Roma steps off. Again, we are on the top of the third. You're in the 7-inning game. First pitch here to Atterbury. Just blows a fastball right by him. Strike 1. Plato still only 1 hit in this game. Again, the walks have kind of been the crux here for Dixon. And again, the 2 errors certainly haven't helped. Get an error bringing the run in. Next pitch, called strike. First one high, second one a little bit lower. Both getting by Atterbury, 0-2. Looking to end the inning now. Shroma with that 7th strikeout. See if he gets it here. A look back over to second. That's where Garrett still rests. Here is the 0-2. Check swing. Did he hold up? They're going to appeal. They're going to say no, he did not. Atterbury held up in time. 1-2 now. Garrett a small lead over on second. Woodruff rather large lead. Not being covered over on first with that runner in front of him. Next 2-strike pitch. Skips the plate, gets away from Houston. Garrett taking off for third. Going to be a play at the base. Nope. Garrett slides in there safely. So stolen base here for Garrett. Woodruff will take second as well. Second and third now. 2 outs. Still a 3-1 game. Shroma set the 2-2. There it is, strike 3, and that will end the inning. So Plato threatens for more, but they're limited to just the 1 run here in the third. 1 run, no hits, 1 error, 2 runners left on base, but the Eagles do extend their lead back to 2 here in the third. Bottom of the third coming up in just a moment. Make sure you don't go anywhere. We'll actually be back in 60 seconds. You're listening to Frisco League Baseball right here on Z102.3.
If you are seeking employment and love working around children, the Plato School District is looking for you. The Plato School District is currently seeking qualified applicants for bus drivers and sub-bus drivers to drive routes. To apply for this or any other open positions, all you need to do is go online to platorv.org. Click on the menu button and scroll down to employment. Online applications are available. Positions and descriptions are outlined. The Plato RV School District is an equal opportunity employer.
It's a one-stop at the Lynchburg store on Highway 32. A convenience store in a convenient place, especially for those living off the beaten path that may need some supplies for dinner, an expected or unexpected get-together, and gas when the gauge is not looking real good. Lynchburg store on Highway 32. Turn on the heat. Call AirServe Heating and Air in West Waynesville and get your existing system checked and serviced. If it's time to step up and get a new system, the Luxair high-performance heating and air equipment is top of the line. Luxair sets the standard year in and year out with new features and innovations in the industry and has since 1954. Your Luxair system is just a phone call away at AirServe Heating and Air at 433-3613 or stop by the office on Historic Route 66 in West Waynesville and ask about the Luxair Advantage. New Year's savings all the way through February at St. Robert Auto Supply, your Napa parts store. Get $20 to $25 rebates on the purchase of Legend and Legend Premium AGM and AAA branded automotive batteries. Since it's the coldest time of the year, several Napa brand battery chargers are on sale too, as well as booster cables. Save 50% on Napa night vision headlights. All the oil and antifreeze you'll ever need, you'll find at St. Robert Auto Supply. And pick up a gallon jug of Peak Window De-Icer Windshield Wash in anti-frost purple, $4.49. This and more at your Napa parts store, St. Robert Auto Supply, where you get the good stuff 7 days a week.
Back here in Dixon, Konosuke Shiroma at the plate, 2-1 count. Here on the first batter of the inning, Connor Harbert here with you, Z102.3, another pitch missing the zone, 3-1. 3-1 our score, 3-1 count at the plate. Plato leads Dixon here in this one. Next pitch delivered by Graham Todd. It's a foul ball, left side. Hallway briefly giving some chase, but I think it goes over the fence, and that'll be strike two. Again, can't see necessarily over the left side of the field. I can see third if I lean forward, and I can just barely get a glimpse of Wyatt Groves over there in left. But it's down the line. We're just going to have to kind of play it by ear. Next pitch. High and outside. Ball four. Shiroma. He'll draw the walk. So leadoff base runner aboard once more for the Bulldogs. Third straight inning. They've gotten the leadoff batter aboard. Now we'll see if the bats come alive here. This game's mostly seen base runners in the way of walks. 2 hits for Dixon. 1 hit for Plato. Next pitch. First pitch to Drake Young. Misses outside. It's ball one. Of course, Plato's been able to take advantage of those walks. Errors. Contact, of course. Next pitch. Here's a swing. Ground ball. Third base side. Picking it up. Over at third is Dilly. Throw it over to first. Contact in front of the bag. That's going to be an out. The throw dragged Carson Garrett off the bag to his left, where he ran right into Drake Young, who's now holding his, well, it looks like maybe holding his wrist or arm over there. So time's going to be called. They're going to check on Young, but he will be out. The tag was applied. Shiroma did advance all the way to third on the play. Just one of those things where it's a bit unfortunate. Normally in that situation, you just try to catch and apply the tag. But sometimes contact's just unavoidable. There's not a lot of contact, but baseball still can't very much be a contact sport. So, let's get back to it here. One away. Young does ground out. 5-3 the play. Shiroma advancing all the way to third. Chance maybe for the Bulldogs to cut the lead back to 1 here. Here's Luke Roach. Roach 0 for 1, struck out his first time. First offering here, breaking ball, another ground ball, third base side. Dilly has it, but lost it, and that's going to allow Roach to reach first. Be an error here on Dilly. So Roach gets aboard. However, did keep it in front of him enough. Does not allow Shiroma to advance from third. So runners at the corners here. As Chase Houston steps in once more. Houston looking for an at-bat. Walked his first time, left stranded on first. First pitch, too low, ball one. So 1-0 here to Houston. A pitch, here's a ground ball over to short. Could be two. Throw over to second for one, but the throw, no, didn't hang on to it. Everybody's safe. Run does score from third, as Dixon cuts the lead here to 1 at 3-2. Will be an error here on the shortstop, Ryan Steinbrink. The throw was good, but Steinbrink just couldn't put it in the glove. Plato coach will come out to argue his case here. And now our umpires will actually get together to talk about it. So hold on here. We'll see. See what the call is made. It's perhaps did the ball come out when he was transferring it to throw. Nope, no change on the call. He's safe. It'll still go down as an error and a fielder's choice. And the run does score. Make it 3-2. Plato's lead again back to 1. Here is right fielder Joel Nivens. Nivens 0 for 1, struck out looking. Swing and a miss, 4-strike-1. So Roach on second, Houston on first. 0-1 count to Nivens. Here's a swing, fly ball sent out towards center. Woodruff tracking to his right, reaching up, making the grab. Runners hold, 2 outs. So Woodruff makes the play out in center. Nivens is retired. Now with 2 down, those runners still on. How about Drew Young? Young gave Dixon one of its 2 hits in this game. That was the triple. First pitch in there, called strike 1. Again, you remember Young, a ground ball that was sent out toward right field, took a nasty hop on the right fielder Waters. Young able to leg out 3 bags from there. Thought he might go for the inside the park home run. Wasn't able to do so. Young going to watch the next pitch go by for a called strike. How about strike 2? And how about the next pitch from Todd? Swung on, made contact, ground ball, sent off toward the Plato dugout. That'll keep us where we're at, 0-2. If we go any farther, Evan Norton, he's waiting in the on-deck circle. Garrett Johnson. We go any farther. Next pitch. Here's a swing and a miss. Strike 3. So Graham Todd, he'll get the strikeout to end the inning. But Dixon does find themselves another run. They pick up the run here without picking up a hit. They were assisted, though, by 2 Plato errors. And they did leave 2 more runners here on base. And that'll take us now to another new inning. How about inning number 4 here in this one? Again, with the Plato Eagles still leading, but now just by 1 here at 3-2. We'll be back here in 60 seconds. You're listening to Frisco League Baseball right here on Z102.3.
Mountain Dew Zero Sugar asks, ever wonder what it would be like to live in an alternate universe? One where everything seems to work just the opposite of the way you'd expect? Well, friends, welcome to the alternate universe of Mountain Dew Zero Sugar. The taste is nothing less than outrageously delicious. And Mountain Dew Zero Sugar comes in awesomely exhilarating flavors, like Original Dew Zero Sugar, Mountain Dew Spark Zero Sugar, and Mountain Dew Major Melon Zero Sugar. Try the incredible flavors of Mountain Dew Zero Sugar. Zero Sugar, all dew.
When the chaos is over and the dust settles, it's a relief to see that big old tree you've always loved still there, unharmed and confident. Confidence that brings about trust and comfort from a full-service bank right here in your own community. Your one stop for savings, checking, home equity and auto loans, and CDs and money markets. That's your protection from the storm.
The Bank of Iberia in 2 locations, Iberia and Waynesville. Come on in to the Bank of Iberia.
Another new inning here in Dixon. Top of the 4th. Here for you, our score, Plato 3, Dixon 2. The Bulldogs, they pick up a run in the bottom of the 3rd, but now trying to keep this Plato offense down. Of course, it hasn't really been Plato who's been getting their runners aboard. Again, just 1 hit today, but you could say still Plato. They've had a good eye at the plate here today, getting a lot of walks, a lot of strikeouts there as well, but mostly walks, some no hit by pitches just yet, but 1 very important hit, the 2 RBI double for Carson Garrett back in inning number 1. So a bit of an odd ball game here thus far. Lots of base runners, but just about believe Yeah, just 3 hits between the two teams. You're in a 5-run game. We'll see if that changes here. It's going to be 7, 8, and 9 once more. That'll start with the third baseman, Quentin Dilley, here for the Eagles. 0 for 1 today. Struck out. First pitch, running inside, ball 1. Again, the 7, 8, and 9 portion of the lineup, we saw him go down in order in the second inning. Strikeout, strikeout, strikeout. Sharoma 7 strikeouts on the day. The 1-0 now. Here's a swing and a miss. 1-1. The problem for Sharoma, again, has been the walks. Gave up 3 in the third, gave up 2 in the first. So 5 walks. Here's the next pitch. Fly ball out towards center. Norton stepping back. Easy as that. Makes the catch. Out number 1. The Dilley fly ball. Records the first out. And with 1 man gone here in the 4th, how about the designated hitter, Michael Baker? Baker also a strikeout victim. So again, 0 for 1. First pitch delivered down the middle, strike 1. Sharoma still on the mound here. Next pitch. Getting breaking ball and again drops it in. 0-2. Here's the 2-strike pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. 3 pitches, 3 strikes. As Sharoma strikes out Baker for the second time in this game. Picks up strikeout number 8. That brings us to right fielder Cole Waters. It's been the top of the lineup getting things done for the Eagles in this one. See if Waters changes that. Swing, fly ball, left side. That one's going to be caught for out number 3. So Johnson makes the catch in left. And it'll be another 1-2-3 inning here for Plato. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base. Bottom of the 4th incoming, officially halfway through this 7-inning contest. Plato still leads by 1 here at 3-2. Back in 60, you're listening to Frisco League Baseball. It's Z102.3.
Ever think about living to be 100 years old? Well, maybe you will. Hello, this is Martin Vernon, owner of Memorial Chapels and Crematory. Making plans and being prepared for events in our lives is the right thing to do. At Memorial Chapels, we offer many choices in funeral planning, and we're always available to discuss options regarding how best to fund those choices. Because when it comes to important events in life, you really need to get prepared.
Mailbox It in St. Robert is now your complete shipping headquarters. Mailbox It is a UPS authorized shipping agent. They can ship your package UPS, accept UPS drop-offs, and can accept UPS returns with a shipping label. Add FedEx and the United States Postal Service, and why go anywhere else? Mailbox It is the go-to resource for packing, shipping, printing, and business service needs. Mailbox It is a copy, print, and document service center. They can even print your photos and canvases. Mailbox It, 213 Suite 3, St. Robert Boulevard.
Bottom of the 4th here in Dixon. 3-2 our score. Evan Norton at the plate. Swing. Ground ball foul. 0-1 to start things off. Again, 3-2 our score. Plato leads Dixon here in this one. Connor Harvard here with you at Z102.3. While I'm thinking about it, remind you about Cardinals baseball coming up later tonight. As Norton swings and misses at the next one. 0-2. Of course, they're still on the West Coast, so game 2 coming up with the Giants tonight. 7:50 pregame on that, I do believe. 8:35 start. Next pitch, just outside, 1-2. Of course, Cardinals shut out yesterday. Hopefully we'll pick up some runs in this contest. Here's a swing, ground ball, stays fair down the third base side. Dilley has it. Not able to make a throw, though, as Norton legs out the infield single. So Dixon picks up its 3rd hit here in the 4th inning. That being the infield single for Norton. And that, here at this stage of the game, represents the tying run. Let's see if Dixon's able to get Norton around here. First man to try to do so. How about Garrett Johnson? Graham Todd still on the mound. Pickoff throw. Almost caught Norton leading over there. But Norton dives back in. Almost caught him mid-step. Norton, a huge lead over on first, about 3 or 4 steps. As Johnson squares up to bunt, pulls it back. Holloway threatens a throw down the first, instead gives it back to the pitcher here. One and 0. Next one. Again pulls it back here, misses 2-0. So again, 3-2. Our score, get you Todd's line here in just a moment. His work on the mound as he delivers another pitch outside for ball 3. Todd today, he's got 3 strikeouts. He's walked 2. Giving up 3 hits and hit 1 batter today. The 3-0's taken all the way, strike 1. 3-1 here. 2 to the right fielder. Excuse me, how about the left fielder? 1 strike pitch, low and away, misses. And that's ball 4. So Norton advances the second. That's your tying run, remember. Now in scoring position. First and second, nobody away. Here comes some of your heavy hitters. First one up here, Case Sinden. Sinden almost certainly going to look to put some runs on the board here. Don't know what you do otherwise. So he watches the first pitch, miss ball 1. Next pitch, taken, strike 1. If you don't go up there looking to score runs, even with the bases empty, I don't think you're approaching the game the right way. That's just a personal philosophy, though. Next move, a pickoff move. Threatened a throw towards second, but now steps back on the mound. Again, the 1-1. Too high this time, 2-1. Sinden is 0 for 1 today, by the way. He's hit by a pitch to start off the top of the first, the bottom of the first. Struck out looking in the second. Next pitch, going to watch that one go by. 3-1. So 3 balls, 1 strike. Could walk the bases loaded here. Here's a swing, ground ball left side. Dilly has it. He'll step on third. He'll get the lead runner. It'll be a fielder's choice to get the first out of the inning. So Norton retired, trying to advance. Dilly taking it to the bag himself. Sinden gets aboard. He stands on first on the fielder's choice. And Garrett Johnson now stands over on second. Bringing in the pitcher, Konosuke Shiroma. Shiroma trying to help his own cause, put his own team back in front. Give himself the advantage as we head on into the 5th. Takes a pitch, strike 1. Next pitch here from Todd. Taken again, strike 2. Back-to-back strikes delivered here by Todd. Going to keep that lead runner held over on second. Lead run, lead runner, and tying run. Game tying run. English is hard. Next pitch, fly ball left side. And it goes foul. Missed that one just enough to send it foul. Still 2 strikes. Here comes the next pitch from Todd. From the stretch, breaking ball, hard ground ball, first base side, but again foul. Roma not going down without a fight here, despite the 2 strikes. Todd going to look for it once again. Third pitch here at 0-2. Delivered. Here's a swing. Fly ball sent out toward right. Maybe deep enough to advance the runner. No, it didn't tag up. And so, runners will stay where they are once more. Fly out to right here for Shiroma. And Dixon's in danger, perhaps, of wasting that leadoff single. Or should I say, the follow-up walk. Leadoff single has already been wiped off the base paths on that force out over at third. But still have that runner on second. Guess a better way to put it is Dixon at risk of wasting that runner on second. Drake Young back to the play here. Good to see he's okay. Again, had that collision over at first and the third. But good to take his at-bat here as he watches the first pitch, ball one. 1-0 now. Swung on, pop up, foul territory, perhaps playable, and it's caught. Carson Garrett tracking to his left, makes the catch, and ends the inning. So Dixon held scoreless here in the bottom of the fourth. Despite getting a few runners aboard, they leave 2 on board. In fact, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 2 runners left on base. So into the fifth we go. 3 innings left to play in this one. Plato still out in front. They lead the Bulldogs here at 3-2. Back in 60 more seconds, you're listening to Frisco League Baseball. It's Z102.3.
As the years go by, everything gets older, even the new seeds just planted. Getting older means getting wiser. And in the banking business, that means keeping up with the times. For 112 years, the Bank of Crocker has met the needs of the Fort Wood area and exceeded those needs with the most modern banking services available. With Android and Apple mobile banking apps, and at bankofcrocker.com, online banking is a click away no matter where you are. Personal hometown service, however, has not changed. That's one thing that's stayed the same as the Bank of Crocker turns 112. The Bank of Crocker, with 4 locations in Crocker, Richland, Waynesville, and St. Robert. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
Hey folks, Mike Freeman with Ed Morse Ford in St. Robert, where you'll always get more. With one of the largest pre-owned inventories in the area, you'll get more selection. With a friendly professional sales team, you'll get more customer service. And with incredible deals right now on every pre-owned in stock, you'll get more for your money. Come by Ed Morse Ford in St. Robert today or shop 24/7 at edmorsefordstrobert.com. And remember, you'll always get more when you shop at Ed Morse.
A brand new inning once more here in Dixon. How about inning number 5? But so far, we've got ourselves a pretty close ball game. 3-2 our score. Plato leads Dixon by 1 here with the Eagles coming back to the plate. Connor Harbert here with you, Z102.3. Top of the lineup once more here for Plato. They'll look to get it going here. Get on base. Getting on base really just has been the name of the game here in this one. Just 1 hit for Plato through the first 4 innings. But they've gotten on base and they've been moving around, taking advantage of walks, errors, and the like. First pitch is a called strike. Next one, check swing. They're going to say he went around on it. Strike 2. Bit on a pitch in the dirt. Maybe overcommitted there on that pitch from the get-go. But now Blake Holloway facing a 2-strike count. Next pitch, strike 3 called in at the knees. Sharoma finds himself another strikeout. Believe that's number 8 for him today. Actually, let's recount him up here for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. How about strikeout number 9 for Sharoma? Bringing us to shortstop Ryan Steinbrink. Steinbrink watching the first pitch. Fastball down the middle, strike 1. Steinbrink 0 for 1, strikeout and a walk today. On the walk, he was eventually thrown out at third. Actually rounded the base, came off the bag, and was tagged out. Here's a swing. Hard ground ball over to short. Drake Young has it, though. Throw to first in time. And the 6-3 put out records out number 2. Steinbrink, a lot of power on that ground ball, unfortunately. Right at the shortstop, Drake Young. Able to make the play there. The nice glove and throw. And so the first 2 are down here in the 5th. Could have a quick top of the 5th here. Here's a swing, pop up, foul territory. Houston will give chase, but it's over the fence and out of play. Strike 1. Todd, he represents 2 of the 3 runs here in this one. At least as far as Plato goes. Reached on a walk in the first, came around to score. Walked again in the 3rd. And scored on an error, throwing error from behind the plate. That run actually representing the go-ahead run, or the big difference in this one, if you will. Next pitch going by, too low for the umpire's liking, 1-1. Even count, next pitch, that one, Sharoma bringing it just enough. Bringing it up just enough, should say, strike 2. Trying to end the inning with a strikeout here. Todd trying to keep it alive. The 2-strike pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Sharoma will get a double-digit strikeout day today as he once again retires the side. So another 1-2-3 inning here for Plato. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. Bottom of the fifth we go. Dixon, they need hits. They need runs. They still trail Plato here in this one by 1 at 3-2. Another 60 seconds. You're listening to Frisco League Baseball, Z102.3.
Your husband is pretty handy to have around. He makes the world's best mac and cheese. He's in the Tickle Monster Hall of Fame. And he can teach anyone how to throw strikes. But a busted pipe in a basement full of water?
Honey, I think we need a plumber.
Is a little out of his league. That's where a homeowner's policy from Shelter Insurance comes in handy. We'll help get your house back in order and your husband back to what he does best.
For a free insurance review,
For auto, home, life, farm, or business insurance, see me, John Gregory, your shelter insurance agent in Crocker.
Or stop by and see me, Dave Howlett, your shelter insurance agent in Richland.
Wondering where to go for care at Phelps Health? For non-life-threatening conditions that require ongoing care and prevention, like annual checkups or colds, make an appointment with one of our primary care providers. When you need immediate attention for non-life-threatening health matters, like a cut that may require stitches, our immediate care clinics in Rolla and Waynesville are here to help. And if you're experiencing life-threatening medical issues, the Phelps Health Emergency Department is committed to caring for you when you need it most. Visit phelpshealth.org to learn more.
Bottom of the fifth now here in Dixon. 3-2 our score. First pitch here to Luke Roach. Skips the plate. Ball 1. Connor Harwood here with you. Middle of the lineup coming up here. The exact middle, if you will. 4, 5, and 6. Roach, Houston, Nivens. Here's a swing. Line drive. Sent out towards center field. That gets down. That's a base hit. That's going to get by Woodruff in center field. That's going to be even more. Roach going to try to leg it out here. He is going to round second. He's going to try to make it 3. He is going to be in there. He's got himself a single. He's going to be called safe at third. Excuse me. There's your tying run here at third. That'll be an error on Woodruff. That one simply just went between the legs out there. You'll give Roach credit for the single, though. And then Roach, the big guy down there, legging out 2 more bags. Stands on third now, representing the tying run. With nobody out. So Plato trying to keep that lead alive here. Gonna have to find their way through this sticky situation. First pitch to Chase Houston, taken for a called strike 1. Dixon's 4th hit of the day today. Next pitch on the way, runs inside and hits him. That'll put Houston over on first now. It'll be runners at the corners with nobody out. But before we get now to Joel Nivens, we'll have another visit here to the mound. Plato coach coming in, bringing the whole infield in for this one. Of course, both starters, they've made their way through the course of this ball game. Do we see a pitching change this time round, or is this just a full meeting to make sure that everybody's on the same page? Can't let the score what it is. If you get a quick grounder, you might look to go home. If you can get it there in time. Of course, you could get a double play ball, assuming they don't send Houston over on first. But if you have the opportunity, do you try to go home with it? We'll see what the situation is. Of course, there's a lot of what-ifs. That's what makes this game fun. First pitch now to Joel Nivens. Hard hit ground ball over to third. That gets into left field. That'll tie it up. Stopping at second is Houston as Roach comes home to score. Joel Nivens has himself an RBI single, and this game is tied here at 3-all. So Nivens coming up here, his first hit of the day, 5th hit for Dixon total. But he brings Roach home to score here, and brings us a whole new ball game. here in inning number 5, the bottom of the 5th. Next pitch on the way here to Drew Young. Going to lay a bunt. That's a good bunt. Throw goes over to third, though. Do they get the lead runner? Yes, they do. Smart thinking over there. They say it was a good bunt, and it was for Young to reach the bag. Unfortunately, hit it just a bit too far down the line so that Todd could make the flip over to third and get Houston over at third. So lead runner gone, but Nivens does move to second. Young will get credit with a fielder's choice. First pitch here to Evan Norton. Misses high, and it's ball 1. So 1 down in the inning now. But now Dixon trying to take the lead here in the bottom of the 5th. They'll try to do so here. Next pitch. Norton ducking out of the way, but it's called strike. Todd from the stretch. A look over the shoulder. Here's a swing and a fly ball. Left side. Left field. Catch is made. Out number 2. Groves tracks it down and makes the grab. Holds the runners over on second and first. Perhaps most importantly for Plato. And the next man up, the number 9 hitter. Here's Garrett Johnson. Johnson 0 for 1. Flew out to left in the second, walked in the 4th, but was left stranded over on second. First opportunity taken, strike 1. Nivens on second, Drew Young on first. Next pitch, also taken, called strike 2. So Todd looking to get out of this inning with just the 1 run. Has 2 strikes here on the batter. Perhaps looking for that strikeout. Next pitch. Runs inside and he hit him. Did it? Umpire calls time. They're going to get together here. Johnson wasted no time in hustling down the line. And they're going to say no, it didn't hit him. Johnson seems to think it caught him on the side there. I couldn't tell you. But Johnson will come back with a count of 1-2. So still 2 strikes. And here's a swing and a miss, strike 3. So fortunes change here for Dixon, but they do get the run they need here in this inning. They pick up the 1 run on an RBI single by Joel Nivens. 1 run on 2 hits, 1 error, and 2 runners left over on base. So a brand new ball game with 2 innings left to play. We'll see who comes out on top. Tied up at 3 between Plato and Dixon. Back in 60, you're listening to Frisco League Baseball, Z102.3.
The trucks are coming in and coming in. Lowe Chevrolet in Waynesville has vehicles on the lot with your name on it. Stop by and check out the selection. Take your pick and drive off the lot today with a new or pre-owned vehicle of your choice. Lowe Chevrolet can help you with financing, service, and so much more. Serving the community you live in for over 30 years. Lowe Chevrolet, off I-44, exit 156 in Waynesville.
Hi, this is Brad Shelton at the Marys County Bank. Every day, the Marys County Bank touches every corner of your life and supports you as you turn your life's goals into accomplishments. Whether it's purchasing your first car, opening a small business, buying a home, planning a wedding, or preparing for retirement. From your first car to a new life after retirement, the Marys County Bank is there for all your life's milestones with our full line of products. Stop by one of our 10 locations and see how the Marys County Bank can support your dreams. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
So the 6th inning upon us here in Dixon. Believe it or not, I think the second time in about 10 or 11 games I've seen this season that have made it to the 6th inning, but we've got a good ball game on hand here. 3-3, Plato and Dixon. Dixon tying things up in the bottom of the 5th, but the Eagles back to the plate, looking to avoid another 1-2-3 inning. Plato's had a hard time getting base runners over the last couple innings here. Trying to break through Konosuke Shiroma. First pitch here, 2. One of the men responsible for giving Plato a couple runs here. Carson Garrett fouls it off, strike one. Garrett had that 2 RBI double in the first inning. Gave the Eagles a 2-0 lead. Here's a swing, though, and a pop-up. Foul territory, playable, though. Stepping in on it, Luke Roach makes the catch. Out number one. So Garrett retired here. Now 1 for 3 on his day. And here comes center fielder Andrew Woodruff. Woodruff, he's 0 for 1. Strikeout, walk, stolen base to his name. Looking to kickstart something here for this Plato offense. First pitch in there, called strike one. This Plato offense that has just 1 hit through the first 5 1/3. Again, that was that 2 RBI double. Got their run in the third with no hits. Next pitch inside, it's 1-1. In that third, 3 walks, an error, stolen base here and there. Throwing error brought the runner home. 1-1 pitch, fastball too high, ball 2. So again, 3-3 our score. Next pitch, looked good. Didn't miss by much. Ball 3. Can get you your sponsor list here in just a moment. We'll thank them all by name. This game moving rather quickly, though. So here's a pitch up high, ball 4. So there you go, Woodruff on base. That's your potential go-ahead run in the 6th. Bringing us now to Tanner Atterbury. Big thank you to Air Serve, St. Robert Auto Supply, Mountain Dew, or how PepsiCo. Better way to say that for you, but Mountain Dew, a whole part of that. Bank of Iberia, Waynesville Memorial Chapel, Mailbox It. Bank of Crocker, Ed Morse Ford, and St. Robert. Continue on here. First pitch to Atterbury, swing and a miss, strike 1. Shelter Mutual Insurance, Phelps Health, Lowe's Chevrolet, Marys County Bank, Clark Tire, Big Johnson Power Washing. Pickoff throw over to first, tag applied. Woodruff getting back, though. Of course, big thank you to Big Johnson Power Washing, signing on for this game with Plato, the Plato School District, and Lynchburg. Next pitch on the way. Woodruff taking off for second. He'll have to come back, though, swinging a foul ball. I'll make the count. No balls, 2 strikes. Next pitch on the way. Got him! The pickoff throw to first caught Woodruff. Woodruff caught between steps. We'll draw a protest from the first base coach over there for Plato, but Woodruff picked off. Well, time called here. It's now the third base coach, head coach for the Plato Eagles. Wants to discuss things with the home plate umpire. But it will not change anything. We'll get going here. Base is now empty. Still 2 outs. Or now 2 outs, I should say. And still 2 strikes at the plate. Chance now for Dixon to quickly end the inning. Here is that 2-strike pitch. Inside, the fastball. Ball 1. Again, Atterbury 0 for 2. Fly out to left and a strikeout. Shroma, 10 strikeouts today. Next pitch, too low. Hops the plate, 2-2. After Atterbury would be Quentin Dilley, Michael Baker, Cole Waters after that. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Shroma again coming set. Delivers. Breaking ball, called strike 3. Shroma's 11th strikeout of the game. It comes looking, and it keeps Plato off the board once again. Despite putting a runner aboard with the walk, it's another 1-2-3 inning here for the Eagles. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. On into the bottom of the 6th, where Dixon will try to take the lead. Of course, we'll see if they can get it done when we come back. Back in 60 seconds, you're listening to Frisco League Baseball, Z102.3.
Again?
Yeah.
I'm on my way.
What you put off maintaining today could cost you more later on. When it comes to your vehicle's tires, it's essential for your safety and the safety of others that your tire pressure, tread, and sidewalls are in good shape. Drive with peace of mind.
At Clark Tire Company of Camdenton, you can always count on the friendly staff who value their customers. For tire service and maintenance to keep your family safe, stop in Clark Tire of Camdenton.
Winter, spring, summer, and fall, all the seasons bring havoc to your homes, sidewalks, and driveways. Bring life back into your projects with Big Johnson Power Washing. They do commercial and residential. Let the experts do the work for you. Call Big Johnson Power Washing. They're mobile, they can go anywhere, and they bring their own water. There is literally no job too big or too small. They're fully insured, and they pride themselves in making sure their customers are completely happy. So don't trust your home and things to just anyone to clean up. Call the pros, and they do give free estimates. Big Johnson Power Washing, 417-533-2010. That's 417-533-2010. Big Johnson Power Washing, proud supporter of the Plato Eagles. Go Eagles!
An 0-2 count here on Case Sinden as we get back to it here. He sends a hard line drive down the third base side. However, just foul. It's the bottom of the sixth here for you. Connor Harbit, 97.9. That's our sister station, Z102.3. You're getting a bad habit. Here's a swing. Line drive out into center field. That's a base hit. Sinden going to round first, but he'll keep it there. It's a leadoff single here for Sinden. And that's your potential go-ahead run here in this sixth inning. We are in the end game now. And again, you have the top of the Dixon lineup coming to the plate. Sinden gets it done. He gets aboard. And now Konosuke Shiroma, he'll try to advance that go-ahead run. First pitch on the way, high and outside, ball one. Graham Todd still on the mound for the Eagles. For the most part, Todd's been rather steady on the mound. He's given up the 3 runs and the 5 hits. But again, we talked about this Dixon offense beforehand. Scoring runs has come rather naturally to them. Not so much the case here tonight. Shiroma takes a strike, 1-1 now. Pickoff throw. Nope, not even a throw, but a pickoff move, if you will. Gets Sinden to dive back. Still 1-1 here at the plate. Shiroma, who is 1 for 2. Next pitch, breaking ball, sent a line drive, right field side. That gets down, that's going to roll into the corner. That could potentially score Sinden. He's heading into third, he's going to round the bag, he's going to try to score. Does Dixon take the lead? No, they call him back. Thought about it there, but it ends up just being a double here for Konosuke Shiroma. Second and third, nobody out. I thought that one might be the one for Dixon. Thought they might try to send the leadoff runner Sinden. But they changed their mind. Cole Waters out there and right got it back in quickly enough to cause some doubt. But still second and third here, nobody out here for Dixon. They're in a very good spot. They've got their middle of the lineup. The meat coming up next here. Here's Drake Young. Watching the first pitch, ball one. Next pitch, here's a line drive into center field. That one gets down. That's going to score 2. Sinden scores. Shiroma comes through. Woodruff lets it go by once more in center field. Young going to round second. He's going to try to head all the way into third, and he does. It is going to be a 2 RBI single. He advances the third on the air, but Dixon takes a 5-3 lead here in the sixth. So it'll go down as a single, but he'll get credit for both those RBIs. As Sinden and Shiroma both score. There's going to be no doubt there. And 3 hits to start off this inning have given the Bulldogs the lead. So we have another visit to the mound here. That'll be it for the Plato starter, Graham Todd. So Todd, his day is done. Can't pull the book on him just yet with that runner over on third, but we'll have a new pitcher when we come back. I'll take 2 minutes. We'll come back. We'll talk about it. I'll tell you who that new pitcher is. Going to come in from the infield. Looks like it is going to be somebody we do, in fact, know. But anyway, back in 2 minutes. You're listening to Frisco League Baseball, Z102.3.
If you are seeking employment and love working around children, the Plato School District is looking for you. The Plato School District is currently seeking qualified applicants for bus drivers and sub-bus drivers to drive routes. To apply for this or any other open positions, all you need to do is go online to platorv.org. Click on the menu button and scroll down to Employment. Online applications are available. Positions and descriptions are outlined. The Plato RV School District is an equal opportunity employer.
It's a one-stop at the Lynchburg store on Highway 32. A convenience store in a convenient place, especially for those living off the beaten path that may need some supplies for dinner, an expected or unexpected get-together, and gas when the gauge is not looking real good. Lynchburg store on Highway 32. Turn on the heat. Call AirServe Heating and Air in West Waynesville and get your existing system checked and serviced. If it's time to step up and get a new system, the Luxair high-performance heating and air equipment is top of the line. Luxair sets the standard year in and year out with new features and innovations in the industry and has since 1954. Your Luxair system is just a phone call away at AirServe Heating and Air at 433-3613 or stop by the office on Historic Route 66 in West Waynesville and ask about the Luxair Advantage. New Year's savings all the way through February at St. Robert Auto Supply, your Napa parts store. Get $20 to $25 rebates on the purchase of Legend and Legend Premium AGM and AAA branded automotive batteries. Since it's the coldest time of the year, several Napa brand battery chargers are on sale too, as well as booster cables. Save 50% on Napa night vision headlights. All the oil and antifreeze you'll ever need, you'll find at St. Robert Auto Supply. And pick up a gallon jug of Peak Window De-Icer Windshield Wash in anti-frost purple, $4.49. This and more at your Napa parts store, St. Robert Auto Supply, where you get the good stuff 7 days a week.
Back here once more, new pitcher into the game. Ryan Steinbrink comes in from shortstop. It's actually just going to be a 1-for-1 trade. Steinbrink takes over for Todd. Todd takes over for Steinbrink. So we get back to it here. This game now in favor of Dixon. Dixon, 3 base hits to start off the 6th inning. They score 2 runs on the 2 RBI single for Drake Young. First pitch here to Luke Roach is fouled off. Strike 1. Start off with a single for Sinden, a double for Sharoma. And then again, the single for Young. Roach trying to keep the line moving here. Breaking ball from Steinbrink stays high. 1-1. So again, 5-3 your score, and suddenly that top of the 7th becomes very interesting for the Eagles. Ground ball, third base side. They're going to trade the out for the run. Throw over to first is not going to be handled. Everybody's safe, and the run does score. Make it 6-3 now in favor of Dixon. That'll be an error, and that'll be an error on first. I believe that throw did not pull him off the bag enough to really be a feasible throwing error there. So here's a pitch behind Houston. Chase Houston, 4-1. No, took him a while. But the Bulldogs have really found their stride here. Leading now by 3. Here's a swing, ground ball over to second. Could be 2, throw over to second for 1. Throw to first is not in time. Does beat it out. Fielder's choice here for Houston. But Roach is retired. That'll be out number 1. Adderby to Todd for the out. But looking to keep the line moving now. Here's Joel Nivens. First 5 batters have all reached base. Just 1 out for the Bulldogs. First pitch here to Nivens. He swings. He fouls one off. Over the right field fence, or on the first base side fence. Strike 1. Next pitch, outside. Ball 1. Pickoff move, onward toward first. But Houston dives back. Another pitch taken. Strike 1. Excuse me, strike 2. Nivens today, he's 1 for 3. RBI single his last time up. Two-strike pitch from Steinbrink. Here's a swing, fly ball out towards center. Woodruff, glove up, makes the catch, out number 2. So Nivens, he's retired, fly out to center. Second time he's flown out to Woodruff here in this game. Now with 2 down in the bottom of the 6th. Third baseman Drew Young. Quick pickoff throw over to first though. Before we get our first pitch to Young, Houston gets back in. So again, as I said, top of the 7th suddenly becomes a lot more interesting for Plato. It's do or die time for him now. Assuming this 6-3 lead is taken into the 7th, they'd need 3 to keep the game alive. 4 if they want to maybe turn the tables on Dixon. First pitch is a called strike. Second pitch, it's a breaking ball, swung on, fouled off. 0-2. Well, this Plato offense is going to have to find something they just haven't had over the last few innings. 3 straight 1-2-3 innings. Anything can happen. Well, they'll definitely have to turn things around. Next pitch, swing and a miss, and that'll be strike 3 to end the inning. So Steinbrink gets himself the strikeout, and that'll get him out of things here, but not before Dixon picks up 3 runs. They score 3 runs to take the lead here into the top of the 7th. 3 runs on 3 hits. There was an error, and there was 1 runner left over on base. So we'll see if Plato has it in him. We'll see if this game goes on any longer. Back in 60 seconds. Dixon 6, Plato 3. You're listening to Frisco League Baseball, Z102.3.
Mountain Dew Zero Sugar asks, ever wonder what it would be like to live in an alternate universe? One where everything seems to work just the opposite of the way you'd expect? Well, friends, welcome to the alternate universe of Mountain Dew Zero Sugar. The taste is nothing less than outrageously delicious. And Mountain Dew Zero Sugar comes in awesomely exhilarating flavors like Original Dew Zero Sugar, Mountain Dew Spark Zero Sugar, and Mountain Dew Major Melon Zero Sugar. Try the incredible flavors of Mountain Dew Zero Sugar. Zero Sugar, all dew.
When the chaos is over and the dust settles, it's a relief to see that big old tree you've always loved still there, unharmed and confident. Confidence that brings about trust and comfort from a full-service bank right here in your own community. Your one stop for savings, checking, home equity and auto loans, and CDs and money markets. That's your protection from the storm.
The Bank of Iberia in 2 locations, Iberia and Waynesville. Come on in to the Bank of Iberia.
Ever think about living to be 100 years old? Well, maybe you will. Hello, this is Martin Vernon, owner of Memorial Chapels and Crematory. Making plans and being prepared for events in our lives is the right thing to do. At Memorial Chapels, we offer many choices in funeral planning, and we're always available to discuss options regarding how best to fund those choices. Because when it comes to important events in life, you really need to get prepared.
Mailbox It in St. Robert is now your complete shipping headquarters. Mailbox It is a UPS authorized shipping agent. They can ship your package UPS, accept UPS drop-offs, and can accept UPS returns with a shipping label. Add FedEx and the United States Postal Service, and why go anywhere else? Mailbox It is the go-to resource for packing, shipping, printing, and business service needs. Mailbox It is a copy, print, and document service center. They can even print your photos and canvases. Mailbox It, 213 Suite 3, St. Robert Boulevard.
Do or die time for the Plato Eagles. Top of the 7th, trailing 6-3. First pitch here to Quentin Dilley. It's a fly ball off behind us. I think actually behind us. And that'll be strike 1. Connor Harbin here with you, Z102.3. Dixon putting 3 runs across in the bottom half of the 6th. Putting the pressure on Plato here. Gonna need some bottom of the lineup heroics here. Dilley swings and misses at the next pitch here, 0-2. Dilley 0 for 2 in this one. Strikeout, fly out to center. We'll also see Michael Baker and Cole Waters as well. Konosuke Shiroma still working on the mound here. Here's another swing and miss, strike 3. 12 strikeouts for Shiroma now. Sits down Dilley for the second time tonight. And brings us to designated hitter Michael Baker. Baker batting from the right-hand side, 0 for 2, 2 strikeouts. Plato down to its final 2 outs. First pitch. Swung on. Fly ball, left field. Lots of air under that one. But it will be too short. Caught out there by Johnson. And Plato's down to its final out. Baker gave it a ride. Definitely sent that one. Thought it might have a chance off the bat, but maybe just a little bit too much underneath that one. As Plato now looks for the run here. Cole Waters. He'll be the man tasked with starting, well, what could be a 2-out rally. Tall task, but nothing's impossible. First pitch, inside, ball 1. Jerome, of course, now looking for the complete game. Here's a breaking ball. Taken, strike 1. One ball, 1 strike. Here to the right fielder, Waters. Next offering. Swung on, miss, strike 2. Plato perhaps down to its final strike here in this one. From the stretch, here is that 2-strike pitch. Breaking ball, strike 3 called. And Dixon will win this one. A final score of 6-3. So, in this one, 4 straight 1-2-3 innings to give the Bulldogs the win here in this one. We'll have numbers, we'll have stats for you. We'll take a couple breaks first, or a couple minutes, I guess I should say. We'll take 1 break. We'll go into postgame. We'll wrap it up there from there. But anyway, your final score, Dixon 6, Plato 3. Dixon wins their 6th game in a row. We'll be right back here in a couple minutes. You're listening to Frisco League Baseball, Z102.3.
As the years go by, everything gets older. Even the new seeds just planted. Getting older means getting wiser. And in the banking business, that means keeping up with the times. For 112 years, the Bank of Crocker has met the needs of the Fort Wood area and exceeded those needs with the most modern banking services available. With Android and Apple mobile banking apps. And at bankofcrocker.com, online banking is a click away no matter where you are. Personal hometown service, however, has not changed. That's one thing that's stayed the same as the Bank of Crocker turns 112. The Bank of Crocker, with 4 locations in Crocker, Richland, Waynesville, and St. Robert. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
Hey folks, Mike Freeman with Ed Morse Ford in St. Robert, where you'll always get more. With one of the largest pre-owned inventories in the area, you'll get more selection. With a friendly professional sales team, you'll get more customer service. And with incredible deals right now on every pre-owned in stock, you'll get more for your money. Come by Ed Morse Ford in St. Robert today or shop 24/7 at edmorsefordstrobert.com. And remember, you'll always get more when you shop at Ed Morse.
Your husband is pretty handy to have around. He makes the world's best mac and cheese. He's in the Tickle Monster Hall of Fame. And he can teach anyone how to throw strikes. But a busted pipe in a basement full of water?
Honey, I think we need a plumber.
Is a little out of his league. That's where a homeowner's policy from Shelter Insurance comes in handy. We'll help get your house back in order and your husband back to what he does best.
For a free insurance review,
For auto, home, life, farm, or business insurance, see me, John Gregory, your shelter insurance agent in Crocker.
Or stop by and see me, Dave Howlett, your shelter insurance agent in Richland.
Wondering where to go for care at Phelps Health? For non-life-threatening conditions that require ongoing care and prevention, like annual checkups or colds, make an appointment with one of our primary care providers. When you need immediate attention for non-life-threatening health matters, like a cut that may require stitches, our immediate care clinics in Rolla and Waynesville are here to help. And if you're experiencing life-threatening medical issues, the Phelps Health Emergency Department is committed to caring for you when you need it most. Visit phelpshealth.org to learn more.
And once again, back here at Dixon High School, where this one is in the books. Dixon coming from behind here in this one, trailed at some point 3-1 here in this ball game, but they do take a 6-3 victory today over the Plato Eagles. A close ball game, of course, not a whole lot of offense until really the end there for you, but Dixon really got those hits when it mattered most. As we take a look at the numbers from this one, Dixon, they pick up 6 runs on 8 hits. They commit 2 errors in the field here today. Again, 2 errors early on that really allowed Plato to maybe plate a couple of runs. In fact, one of those errors actually did directly lead to a run in the 3rd inning. But they also leave 10 runners on base. So Dixon had their opportunities, just could not convert until that end of the game situation where they picked up those 3 hits, one after another. Meanwhile, Plato, they pick up 3 runs here today on just 1 hit. Again, most of their offense came today from taking advantage of those Dixon errors, also drawing the walks, getting on base. And of course, yes, that 1 hit was the 2 RBI double for Carson Garrett back in the first. They do commit 4 errors in the field. They leave 3 runners on base here in this game. Players of note, of course, got to talk about the Dixon starter here in this one, Konosuke Shiroma. He goes the full length of this one. He goes the full 7 innings. Count them up with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 strikeouts here in this game. He did face, I believe, went through the lineup 3 times. So, faced 27 batters here in this one and struck out 12 of them. So, good strikeout right here today. Did give up quite a few walks in the early going of that game. Again, that was really kind of what led to Plato getting those early runs, but really settled it down there. Again, 4 straight 1, 2, 3 innings for Plato in the last 4 innings. So really kind of shut him down past that 3rd inning. Dixon on the offensive side of things, you got to take a look at players such as, well, how about Drake Young? Again, had that nasty little bit of contact there in the 3rd, but was okay to continue. He goes 1 for 4 with 2 RBIs here today. Another RBI came from Evan Norton, who did pick up an RBI on a 4-3 groundout. He goes 1 for 3 with an RBI. And Joel Nivens also, he had an important RBI here in this one. He actually tied the game up in the 5th inning with an RBI single. At the time, made it 3-3. So, we take a look at Plato again. Shout out to Carson Garrett, who did give the Eagles the 2-0 lead with that 2 RBI double in the first. So, Dixon improves to 16-3 on the season. They've won their 6th straight game. Plato will fall to 6-12 on the campaign. They drop their 3rd straight as we look forward to our next broadcast there for you. Don't want to look into next week just yet because I'm not quite sure what next week brings, but I do know tomorrow we will be back in Waynesville. I will actually return back to my hometown, or at least I should say the town in which I currently live in, as the Tigers take on the Rolla Bulldogs. Class 5 and 6 matchup. Should be a good one there. Again, Waynesville trying to get back into the win column. That's going to be a 4:30 start, or at least a 4:30 planned start. So pregame going to start about 4:15. Again, that'll be right here, Z102.3. One last note before I go. Of course, if this wasn't enough baseball for you here tonight, in about an hour or so, make sure to tune on in over to our sister station, 97.9 The Source. Cardinals baseball for you. St. Louis Cardinals baseball. Game 2 of their 4-game series against the San Francisco Giants. Of course, we're shut out in Game 1. Going to try to reverse those fortunes here in this contest. So, otherwise, I will see you tomorrow, course, for more baseball action, but that'll do it for this one. I think I've said all that needs to be said. For Dan back in the studio, I am Connor Harbert. Hope you enjoyed listening to this one as much as I enjoy bringing it to you here tonight. Until next time, you've been listening to Frisco League Baseball right here on Z102.3. Good night, everybody. Be good people.
You've been listening to Frisco League Baseball on 102.3 on your FM dial with the Plato Eagles and the Dixon Bulldogs. This game has been brought to you by the Bank of Crocker, Memorial Chapels, Ed Morris Ford, Security Banks of Pulaski County, Big Johnson Power Wash, the Plato School District, Lynch's General Store, Seeger Toyota, Phelps Health, Air Serve Heating and Air, the Bank of Iberia, Lowe's Chevrolet, Shelter Insurance Agents John Gregory and Crocker and Dave Holland in Richland, and the Marys County Bank. We hope you've enjoyed today's broadcast. Until next time, have a great evening.